What's up, everybody? This is GreyMan here. I want to say good morning to everyone, even though it is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning where I'm at right now. I want to welcome everybody to the premiere. I haven't done a premiere in a long time, but Grim Survival suggested it. And I want to thank Grim for bringing me on the live last night. It was nice seeing you, John of Prepper Nation, and Jace from the Angry Prepper. I think we had a great chat. And so the reason I'm doing this video is Bushcraft family challenged me. It's called the Prepper Challenge. And basically the Prepper Challenge is to answer 15 questions and answer them to my best of my ability. And then I'm also to challenge 3 other preppers at the end of this question after the end of the 15 questions. Can you tell it's late? Anyways, I just want to let everybody know before I get into these questions, I want to let you know I have fixed down there below. All the videos that I put out now will have my email down below. It has my P.O Box down below. If you need to get a hold of me, if you want to send me a letter, anything, you know what I mean, now it's available, and I appreciate anything that you guys send, or if you guys reach out to me in regards to collabs with other creators. Or subscribers who just have questions and want answered, off the air. Anyways, so let's jump into these questions. I don't know if Bushcraft family created these questions or someone challenged him, but he just challenged me, so I'm going to go ahead and oblige. And I think he wants us to hashtag Prepper Challenge at the top of this as well, so that will also be at the top. And Bushcraft family, I will tag you in this as well. Alright, so it says hashtag Prepper Challenge. Yeah, okay, I got it right. Just making sure. All right, so the first question is how much water do you have stored? Well, for me, being in Florida, aka the hurricane state, I have a lot of water stored. So minus my, let's say, use this for example, my bottles of water, I have probably, let me see, in regards to bottles, I have about 500 bottles of water put away. And, they're all cases. They're stored in a cool, dry place. No sunlight, stuff like that, because I know plastic and a lot of other fun stuff like that. Also, I also have a lot of water filtration, but I have 10,000 gallons behind my house. Yes, so that's a pool. I know you guys think chlorine, but chlorine can be evaporated, and various other means to get rid of the chlorine out of the water, along with tablets and things like that. So that's the answer to the first question. Question number 2, do you have methods of purifying water? Which leads me to what I just said. Yes, I have water purification tablets. I have a backstock of bleach that I keep on a rotation. You know how bleach can degrade after about a year. You want that potency. I think I might have said that in a previous video. I also have bleach tablets in regards to that, and also chlorination tablets and a bunch of other stuff like that for water purification. Also, I have the multiple Sawyers or Sawyer minis. I have the full-size Sawyer. I have some life straws, and I'm working on a sand filter that someone gave me an idea from not too long ago. Someone had mentioned it in a chat, but yeah. So I'm working on doing, I think it's charcoal, sand, and some other stuff like that. But maybe I'll make a video out of that. All right, moving on to the third question. It says how much long-lasting food do you have stored? Well, with my canned goods, my dry food, my vacuum sealed stuff, all my pastas and rices and 5-gallon buckets, I want to say I'm creeping up on a year. I know I'm a little shy. When I looked at my little my notebook, I wish I had it next to me, where I kind of keep track of things, and so I can keep track of rotations and stuff like that, so I know when I put things up, because everything has an expiration date. Stuff like rice, if you do it properly, it does not. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I mean, it's 25 to 30 years, depending if you do it right, in a 5-gallon bucket, food grade, mylar, and oxygen absorbers, and stuff like that. You can really extend the life of white rice. Brown rice is a different story. So I would probably say I'm creeping up on a year. I'm looking to extend that, of course. That's our goal is. And, yeah, so right about there, man. Number 4, do you have ways to get food? Now, if that pertains to hunting and stuff like that, yes, we do have, even in here in Florida, we have all kinds of small game. We do have deer. We even have gator, snakes, rabbits, squirrels, raccoons if you had to. We are surrounded by the sea, so we do have we have fresh water as well. So we have, access to freshwater fishing, we have access to saltwater fishing, even have the brackish water. Not that it really pertains to that, but I think, having the proper fishing gear, having the means to go hunting with whatever caliber that you choose to use, and I'm kind of looking into the whole, bow and arrow kind of thing like that, just as a backup. I like to have the redundancies, and I think that'd be kind of cool to practice and learn archery and stuff like that. And I think Kincaid Outdoors got me on that path. Moving on to question number 5. Do you have people or a group to help you? That being said, I do have a mag. I think I spoke to someone about this, or I might have made a comment about it. I think it might have been on John at Prepper Nations. I might have commented on his thing that he had in regards to mags a few days ago. And yes, I do have a mag. It's basically a really tight knit of group friends or people that are like-minded. We have some retired Leos. We have some, of course, retired military, some current active members as well, but I don't like to discuss that too much because how things are this day and age. Some really close friends, several preppers, medics, we have a variety of group of people that know how to, hunt, farm, construction, mechanics. It sounds like a lot, but there's a lot of people. There's not a lot of people in this group. It's a smaller group of well-vetted people that I've known for quite some time and have went through a process in regards to being in that mag. If you're unfamiliar with the mag term, it is mutual assistant group, and it's basically a group of like-minded people who prepare like ourselves and possibly others out there. Number 6, do you own guns? Safe word, freedom stick. Well, I said it anyways. I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? It's a freedom of speech. We should be able to say whatever we want to say. I do own several firearms, from sidearms to long rifles to SBRs, all kinds of fun stuff like that. But in a tragic accident, in a really bad tragic accident, we were out fishing and we took all of our firearms with us, and man, a huge freak wave knocked us over. We fell overboard and lost everything. So, and currently I just don't have the finances to replenish that stockpile. But that's life, man. So I did lose them in that really freak boating accident. Man, all that money down the drain. Number 7, do you have a bug out bag? If so, can you run a mile with it? So I have 2 bags. I have my get home bag and my bug out bag. Now my bug out bag is at that average ratio right around that 30% mark. I don't know if I've ever tried to run a mile on it, so I don't know if I can or can't, to be honest with you. I mean, do we mean fast walk? I mean, fast walk's a different story, but I have hiked miles and miles with my bag on my back. Plus, when I'm doing YouTube and stuff like that, I usually take my get home bag with me and trudge through the woods with that. And I've made previous videos where I'm trudging through the beach sand with my get home bag, which is pretty weighty. Not as bad as a bug out bag, but to stay on that topic, the bug out bag, I have not ran a mile. Be something to try. I might need some emergency assistance myself. Because I mean, a lot of people, until you do it, you just don't know, man. And especially if you're geared up with your boots and you got, let's say you're all tacked out, or got a chest rig on and you got your stuff all rolling, you know what I mean, and run a mile on that. Could be interesting. Can you do it? I don't know. Number 7, or no, we hit number 7. Number 8, do you have a bug out vehicle? Now, my vehicle is not per se a bug out vehicle, but it is my bug out vehicle. So what I mean by that, it is a Jeep. It's a 4x4 where you have access to get, through, let's say, sugar sand, mud, and stuff like that. It's not like totally decked out with all kinds of gear and light bars and stuff like that. It's very gray. You know what I mean? Actually, it's black, but it is a gray vehicle. It just looks like your standard vehicle on the road. Now I do have a preload out in my vehicle, and what I mean by a preload out is because if something was bad to happen, like a shift event or something like that, I don't want to be trying to go through all my cabinets and stuff like that and putting all kinds of tons of stuff in my vehicle. So I have a preload out in there, and then I have my bags and certain things that I grab and ways to get going. So usually I keep spare gas just in case. Plus, whenever I get to a certain thing, I try to keep my gas tank, when it goes down to about a half full, fill it back up, half full, fill it back up, just to always be ready just in case something does happen. All right, number 9, can you generate power? So I have in so many words, yes and no. And what I mean by that is I have a 4-panel system. It's a cheap 4-panel system that I got from Harbor Freight because I've been experimenting with solar. I do have some deep cycle batteries that I'm trying to rig it up and use inverters and all kinds of fun stuff like that for backup power for, let's say, like a portable air conditioner. Not I mean window unit, I mean the roll-arounds, maybe a small fridge. I do have like a small tiny fridge, they use in the college dormitories. And I also have a couple, they're called bricks, phone bricks, like they're like 2600 to 3200 milliamps that can power your phones and laptops and tablets and stuff like that. They are also solar powered. So I'm there, but not fully there, if that makes sense. All right, moving on to question number 10. Do you have medical supplies? Now here, with that question, do I have medical supplies? This is where I excel at. Not only do I have multiple IFAKs, and the reason I say multiple is because I keep one in my car, I keep one in my bag, I keep one in my bug-out bag, I keep one in the wife's car, and they're just, because they're individual first aid kits, so they don't have a lot of equipment. Now, where I excel at is I have a full med bag, being, the history of being a medic in the past, a very long time ago, but very fun time. I have a full loadout. Basically, it's another bag that has every possible thing that you can think of, or not really everything, but I mean things that I can think of, from small surgical kits, things for diabetics, more tourniquets, bandages, everything you can think of an IFAK, but tenfold. I also have a lot of creams, for burns, triple antibiotics. I have stuff, masks, real masks, not the cheap surgical masks that you get here locally, at your stores and whatnot. These are actual medical masks that I've gotten from hospitals, and what I mean by hospitals is I have friends that kind of hook somebody up sometimes, you know what I mean? Real N95 masks and so on and so forth. Gloves. What else do I got in there? I have stuff to run saline, saline drips, start IVs and all that fun stuff like that. Staplers, sutures, needles. There's a lot of things in there. I can do a whole video, which I've been asked to do, but we'll see. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff in there. I have CPR, masks. I have the stethoscope, blood pressure cuff, pulsometers. And one thing I'm actually thinking about getting here soon is, if you might have seen it on TV, it's kind of like a EKG, but it's like you put your 2 fingers on there to kind of monitor your heart rhythm. I think that'd be a nice addition to add to that pack as well. But it's like, I'm trying to get pretty much everything that an EMT or a paramedic would carry on them in that bag as a backup. So some people say, hey, great, do you know how to use everything in that bag? Most of it, yes. And the great thing is if I don't know how to use it, if I'm stuck somewhere, or if I'm out in the woods, or if there is a shift event and there's a group of people, you never know if there is a more knowledgeable medic, paramedic, nurse, doctor, physician, anything of that sort might be in there who may be able to save someone else's life with that equipment. And that's why I carry excessive equipment. Along with the surgical kit, I have disposable scalpels and different blades and stuff like that. So I keep a lot of stuff in there just in case someone else may need to use that equipment that I come into contact with or in my mag. All right, so it says number 11, how secure is your house? Well, we got a lot of different things when it comes to that, in regards to a full, your security system. My security system, I have hardlined and I also have solar. It's a redundancy thing. My spotlights are solar, my cameras are solar. I also have some hardline stuff. Your basic security systems, I've taken all the door hinges, in your door. You want to take like these 3 or 4 inch screws to kind of reinforce your plates. Also I have door stoppers and stuff like that. I don't know if John's talked about it one time. I forget what they're called, but they're like these plates that you can kind of stick in there. I also keep at every door and every entryway also a bottle of high potency pepper spray in case, let's say, my daughter answers the door for some reason, which she is not supposed to. But if someone does answer that door, they have quick access to defend themselves with mace, because once it's in your face, it would shock you how it'll choke you up and burn. And it also has a dye in it, so it marks the person. But so those are some security features. There's some things I don't discuss, but some that I don't mind because it's kind of tradition to what everybody else has, and have monitoring and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, where are we at? Do you have tactical training? If you consider the Army tactical training, then yes. But I'm always brushing up. There's classes that you can take that you can learn and brush up on techniques. Techniques tend to change. You can learn more things from other people. There's great YouTube channels out there that also show stuff like close quarter combat. You know, how to clear a room properly, be it if you're by yourself or if you're in a team. So in that aspect, yes, I do have some tactical training in regards to that. I am proficient in firearms safety, firearms training, and stuff like that, if that makes any sense, on the tactical aspect. And I think that's pretty much it on that aspect. I don't know how deep you want me to go into that question, but I mean, because like I said, each one of these questions could be technically a video. Do you have medical training? All right, so that kind of ties into question 12. In the Army, I was a medic, so I do have medical training. I try to keep my CPR certification up to date. Plus, I'm always learning. Like I said, I have a lot of friends that are in the medical field, and we're always kind of going over things and training with little odds and ends to get better and better at some of these techniques that I might have been rusty on. You know, like I said, a lot of people talk about decompression needles. I don't suggest anybody who is not trained to do something like that. Don't ever try to do CPR if you're not trained to do something like that. Even something simple as the Heimlich maneuver, make sure you know what you're doing. Please do your research. Please take a class. Just get informed and research. And if you, like I said, if you can't take any classes, some of them are free. Like Stop the Bleed, sometimes you can get them for free. Sometimes there's $20, $25, you know, where they rent the hall, and it's just kind of like a fee to help offset that cost. If they're charging too much for that, then you might want to step back, because then it might just be somewhat of a money-making machine. I'm not sure. But there's some great ones out there. As a matter of fact, I think the local sheriff department does some stuff around here. I'd have to dig more into it. Not 100% sure, but there's some groups that do Stop the Bleed classes. Question 14. Are you in good shape? Well, for my age, from my doctor's perspective, you know, with blood work and all stuff like that, like, you know, on that aspect, I'm doing good. I find myself to be overweight. Small short story. I used to be a really big guy, and I've lost over 140 pounds because I had a wake up moment. And in that wake up moment, I was like, hey bro, and I looked at myself in the mirror like I'm looking at the camera right now, and I told myself, you're gonna die. Do you want to die? Do you want to see your kids grow? Do you want to be a grandparent? And at that point, I made a decision in my life to restructure my eating habits, restructure my exercising, my activity levels, being that some of the jobs that I have are very stationary. So even at my jobs, I try to walk around a lot more, stand up a lot more, be more active, and watch what I consume. I haven't had a soda in over 2 years. Sounds crazy, huh? I know you're like, no way, he's lying. No, I drink water and coffee. That's it, man. Every once in a while, I'll use electrolytes, like a little Propel thing or something like that, especially when I'm going out in the woods or on a hike or something like that. Water and coffee is all I drink. And what I consume is I try to eat clean foods. I don't really eat fast food anymore. I haven't eaten fast food. Every once in a while, I'll get lucky and someone will say, hey, you know, we're going here, and I'm like, well, you know, it's been a while, I'll have a little snack, but I always try to find the healthiest option available, be it, you know, whole grains, chicken, not too deep into, you know, the fried stuff at McDonald's. I haven't been, McDonald's or Burger King or out of it. Like, what I call fast food is Subway. So if you want to consider that fast food, which I think it is, and I know there's all kinds of rhetoric and stuff with Subway in regards to if their food is healthy or not, but it's healthier than some of the other options out there. So I'm in average shape. I'd like to be in better shape, and that's the long-term goal, is to keep training, keep going in the direction I'm going to get to goal weight, which is about 225, which is a hard mark for me to get, because that's in high school my peak top physical performance before I went into the Army. You know, I was 6'1", 225, and really good shape, but I was 18, 19 years old. Last question, question number 15, to wrap this bad boy up. Money is gone. What items or skills do you have to barter? So with money being not an objective, what do I have to barter? Well, you know, some of the easier things, you know, I don't smoke and I don't drink, but I do buy these products to use for trade and bartering, because a lot of people do. I have some precious metals. More so, what I mean by precious metals is they call it constitutional silver, which is like anything pre-64, if I recall correctly. It's quarters, nickels, dimes, or nickels silver? No, Mercury dimes, Liberty quarters, Morgan dollars. There's a whole bunch of them. I've been a coin collector since I was about 14, 15. I got into it and always collected coins. So I have, in that aspect, I have lots of silver. In regards to silver bars, I don't have as many as I should, especially being now with everything going on with the silver market. And no, people say you should sell, and I am not going to sell. Long story short, it just, I guess I don't want to add to what's going on and try to, I guess, rape the market or whatnot. So anyways, but, tobacco, alcohol, those are good things to trade. In an absolute worst case scenario, having brass, if you know what I mean, having lots and lots and lots of brass to trade, have an abundance of brass to trade if worst case scenario. And also I prep extra food, and what I mean by food is like noodles, rice, I mean cheap stuff like ramen noodles. You can buy a case of it for like, I don't know, $6-7 and just stack it and stack it and stack it, and the shelf life on that stuff is probably more than it should be. Especially if you take proper care of it and you do what you're supposed to do with food like that. So I do have, brass, precious metals, tobacco, alcohol, and food and stuff like that. So, all right, man. Hopefully, Bushcraft family, I was adequate in answering the questions on this challenge. I will hashtag it, #PrepperChallenge. 3 preppers that I would like to tag in this to answer these questions. Well, Grim, we've discussed it, so I'm going to tag you in it. I can forward this email to you, or you can listen to the video and write it down. You let me know, brother. I want to tag you into that, so I'll tag Grim Survival. And, I don't know if John over at Prepper Nation has ever... Well, he did the coffee cup challenge, so maybe John, if this will entertain you, man, if you ever want to do this, man, I'm going to tag you as well. Why not get one of the larger channels involved? And Kincaid Outdoors. So I kind of went. Kincaid Outdoors is a great channel. You guys should check him out. He's a smaller channel. So I got Kincaid on the smaller side, I got Grim in the medium side, and I got John at the higher side. So we're going to tag Grim Survival, Prepper Nation, and Kincaid Outdoors, and I'm going to try to tag you guys in there, and I will email you guys if possible with these questions. Maybe I can forward Bushcraft or just copy and paste over. Anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody for being in this premiere. Please like, subscribe, and share. A few plugs that I like to do in regards to myself, like I said, I have my email, I have my P.O Box now in all my videos. I'm growing, and it's great to be growing because of you guys as subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. I want to thank all the content creators that have been helping me grow. And if you ever get bored, I do have a playlist called Binge Watch GreyMan. So if you go to my playlist, it says Binge Watch GreyMan. And basically, the reason I set that up is because I have the subscribers to finally or possibly get monetized down the road, but I need more watch hours. So if you're one of those people and you just kind of want to, and you don't even have to watch it, you can put it on in the background if you like to hear my voice. Some people say they like the sound of my voice. Me personally, I don't. Just mute it. Turn that binge watch playlist on GreyMan, on the GreyMan Prepping YouTube, and just slap it on there if you want to help. No monetary aspect gain. I mean, you say, well, I don't want to type my computer. Put it on a tablet. Put it on a spare computer. Put it on a phone. I don't know, man. Run it. Anyways, I mean, I'm just suggesting. You guys ain't got to do that, man. But anybody who does, I do appreciate. If you have any questions in regards to me, please comment below. Again, I want to thank Grim for giving me this idea to shoot out this premiere. And I think that about wraps it up. So this is GreyMan, and I'm out. Hope everybody has a great day. God bless, and be safe out there.